Hello, one and all. Are we alive? I don't really know if we're live or not. Please let me know if we are indeed live right now on the social media platforms of Twitch and wherever the hell we're actually streaming. Hopefully, you guys can hear me loud and clear, ladies and gents. Greetings, everybody, if you can. My name is KG Prestige, and welcome once again, one and all, to another exciting edition of the PokePod World Podcast, where me and my pals gather around to go and talk about the latest shenanigans that have gone down this week, from gaming news, anime stuff, and whatever else we feel like addressing in between. Dill Pickle coming in through, though, with the subby sub right now. Subscribed for 30 months here on this platform and a 9-month streak, bro. Got an ad, so resub. Thank you, Dill, for the love and support, man. Egg roll ad. Hello, everybody. Hopefully, everyone's having a good day, good evening, good afternoon. As you guys already know, our important thing that we always like doing is making sure we can get everybody to all have a simple, good old fun time. And I think I might have accidentally made that goal of a friggin' 1 million a little too low. I don't even know how you're supposed to consistently continue to raise the percentage of that. But I guess if I continue streaming more often, then probably you guys can continue adding more points to that as time progresses on. So, as you guys know, things have been going on. We had the recent film release of Coco come out for digital release, Blu-ray release, and we're gonna take a second to talk about that as well for the Pokemon movie Coco review. Yeah, we actually can do a review for it. We might spoil some things here and there, not probably too much, but there will be one little moment I want to talk about in the film that really makes me kind of curious to see the direction of future films and see where things can go moving forward for the Pokemon franchise, at least film-wise anyway. So we're going to be talking about the Coco film. We're obviously going to be talking about the Pokemon episode, which there's going to be some interesting discussions regarding that recent episode of PM 2019. In case you guys are wondering what that episode is, it's basically the episode that contains a preview for next week's episode and also accompanies like 23 minutes of extra content in there. Like, majority of us are simply here for a reason, and that's to simply watch the preview. Now, as for the episode itself, well, we'll see. You know, we'll get to that when we get to that. And I hope you guys will be sticking on through for when that moment arrives. So, yeah, not much more to say other than that, I believe. Obviously, I might take a second to also talk a little bit about some of the stuff that has been going on with the world of gaming. As you guys might not know right now, something that really threw me off was just announced not too long ago by Nintendo themselves. Apparently, this was something that's been going on in Europe, but now it's starting to affect more locations. And that is the fact that from what I'm hearing, you no longer can use credit card or any of the, your digital purchases and whatnot on your Nintendo 3DS and on your Wii U. Yeah, they're cutting that out for you guys now. So obviously this kind of confused me at first because I was curious, like, where exactly can I go now for my bank? My Pokemon bank. It's on the 3DS. It's how I transfer the Pokemon from 3DS over to my Switch. Like that's the big thing everybody was going nuts about. So like, what the hell is going to happen now? What's going to go on? Well, it turns out that a couple of people have told me that, hey, there is an alternative to working around this. And that is the fact that while you cannot use your credit card and stuff directly on the 3DS/Wii U eShop, you can go to the Nintendo website and put money through there, or you could buy a gift card. So that's going to be interesting. I'm kind of curious to see if people will know this or not, but know for a fact that there is at least an alternative to go around that situation. So thankfully there's that. So plus one for Nintendo on at least giving some form of an alternative in terms of trying to figure out what exactly we can do. So yeah. Time to stop Devil Third. Now, the sales must continue. Everybody in this... Well, actually, I don't even know what is this. Everybody in this chat has to own at least a copy of Devil's Third on the Nintendo Wii U. No, but seriously, Devil's Third was trash. Now, it's kind of funny because, like, I'm kind of curious. Also, what's going on with my doggos here? But, yeah, so... I don't really know. I don't really know what's gonna happen moving forward with this sort of stuff. I guess we'll just wait and see. I know somebody in the chat just brought up the whole Smash Brothers Nintendo, or not Nintendo, the Nickelodeon thing, which I'm still blown away by that. I don't know how many of you guys here know of the new Nickelodeon's All Stars Brawl, whatever they're calling it, which is supposed to be featuring a bunch of Nickelodeon franchises just in general, just spread out throughout the many decades, which threw me the hell off when you see characters from like, was it the Loud House to characters like Danny Phantom, Nigel Thornberry, man, SpongeBob. Obviously, you gotta go through with SpongeBob, friggin' Reptar, and all that. So we had to talk about that for a bit. Hey, looks like somebody got into the call right now. Who's that? That I did not actually hear, but only just saw a flicker of somebody coming in. Was it you, Tyrone?
I don't know. I don't think it was me.
Oh, it wasn't you. Okay.
Nope.
Oh, no. Well, then who was it then, I wonder?
I don't know.
Anyway.
I think it was that bastard, the Chornik.
Oh, shit, man. It was the Chornik.
The Chornik.
I hope he's been doing fine, man.
Hey, guys. What's up?
But I'm glad to see you're doing here, buddy. We were just about to get ready to talk a little bit about the Nickelodeon All-Stars Brawl shenanigans that is going to be happening soon.
So I don't know why I decided to do this, but I took the time out of my day to do it. I saw this tweet where it's like Thanos' hand is balancing that little pen that's on the movie.
Uh-huh.
And it's like perfectly balanced, and it shows like the retweets, the comments, and the likes. And they're trying their best to make the comments, likes, and retweets all equal the same number. What I've been doing is once it was all at 45, I liked it, so the likes at 46. So then they had to retweet and chat. So it was all 46, so I disliked my like to bring it back down to 45.
Good God.
So currently it's at 48, 48, 47 because I disliked the fucking... So now everybody's like trying to correct the mistake. So the first comment I put is chaos. Chaos to the thing. Oh my God.
Yeah.
And it's just been back and forth with me just fucking with this thing.
You just want to see the world burn, buddy.
I do. And I don't know, it amuses me that he's like hastily trying to fix it all. So I immediately ruin it all by adding something or taking something away.
Good God.
I'm ready to... it's back to 48, 48. I got to delete my comment from before.
So in case you're wondering what Tyrone's going to be doing while AFK, it's probably going to be that.
that was like, I've never in my life had so much fun.
Let's destroy the world.
Now, as a caveat, I decided, because the guy's name is Dan Rewatching OS, Goat Satoshi.
Mm-hmm.
As a caveat, I decided to go back and follow him. Because if I'm going to ruin his life...
You want to make sure you're notified.
Support the man. Shit.
Oh, I thought you were going to say, I need to be notified whenever things get balanced so I can unbalance
well, that too. Obviously, I got to witness it.
Oh, God.
Oh, my Lord, buddy.
Oh, my God. But yeah, it's good to be here.
Oh, man, it is. Just to also give a heads up for everybody who might be wondering, we have a particular person that normally isn't around here. Nessa is here with us as well.
Hi.
But also to note as well, if you might have noticed, there is also a voice that is missing for tonight's pod as well. Our buddy TSS is going to be away for today because he needs to recover. He feels a little sick, so everybody give your best regards to TSS.
See what happens when y'all don't wash your fucking hands?
The man that tells us to wash his hands is the one that doesn't wash his hands, is what you're telling me?
No, this is the problem. Someone didn't wash their hands and they touched TSS's hands and got him sick.
Oh, I thought he was the one that never washed his hands.
You see what happens when you don't wash your fucking hands? People die. He's not going to die, by the way. He's fine.
Yeah, he's good. But I probably should go wash my hands now. Hold up.
It's just like Joker on the thing. People will die.
I've done so many times today, washing my hands, I swear.
Oh, Jesus, phone calls. Who could this be?
Did you wash your fucking hands?
Yes, I got the hands washed, damn it. I'm going to go
wash your fucking hands, you motherfucker, or people will die.
Hold on, I'll be right back, though.
Before you devices ever you touch.
I'll keep them busy while that's happening. So TSS will be out for a little bit, but obviously he's on the road to recovery, so he's fine. But obviously, like we said before, wash your fucking hands. We can't fucking stress that enough.
Mm-hmm.
I like to sniff my hands right after I wash them. Then you gotta wash them a fucking again, Eddie. You fucking psychopath.
That kind of disgusting. You just sniff your hands again right after. Like
Maybe TSS should add wear a mask. For a while, he did say wear a mask. It was like at the beginning of the Backstreet Boys, he said wear a mask.
yeah, he did say that all the time, and then
But then he defaulted to saying wash your fucking hands.
Yeah. Because it's kind of like, I still wear my mask time and time, even though I'm vaccinated.
In your profession, you kind of have no choice. Like you do it, or people are getting screwed over.
Oh yeah, and also too, because I have older people, like also I'm like vulnerable too, so it's like kind of like I had to protect myself so I don't get them sick.
Someone's life is in your hands.
Yeah,
your
basically.
small, unwashed hands.
Oh yes, for sure.
Oh, you mostly wear gloves. Do you wear gloves at your job?
No.
Oh.
No, yeah. I think only when I wear gloves if I have to like do anything mixing chemical wise, but that's not my job. That wasn't my internship. I had to.
You mean to tell me she's digging her fingers in my penicillin? Instead of stirring it with a little thing, with a little whatchamacallit, you're just using your finger and fucking swirling it around.
There's some chemicals that are kind of dangerous, so that if I touch them, then obviously it kind of could burn my hands. So then they're like, yeah, wear your gloves. Not for like that. We don't want nothing you get exposed, and then you'd be like, and then your hands are.
You lick your fingers just like you were just putting your hands in some juice or something.
I was like, no, nothing like that. No.
That's finger curing good.
Oh, good. Yeah, no, not that when wearing gloves. Because I kind of hate. I was like, I hate the taste, anyways. Like, because the rubber latex that's touching my hands, like, ugh, it's disgusting.
If you're Sudafed, then you're giving it to him in like a bare fisted with not in a bottle.
Okay, I'm back now. What I miss?
We just were making sanitary jokes.
Okay. Yep. Shit, forgot to wash my hands.
Because I know, like, Nessa, you can't. Can you, or do you not want people to know your job?
I don't care. Usually, yeah.
Okay, so obviously Nessa gives people like medicine and shit. So I always thought it'd be funny if she gave somebody medicine with her bare fucking hands. So she's just holding a bunch of pills.
She shoves that shit. She opens the jaws of people's mouth and just shoves her hand with the pills.
Right, and she just gives them the pills.
like some kind of cartoon, like, eat that shit up.
They're still warm from her hands.
We have counting trays, so then that's like that's where we put. Yeah, so that's where we usually that's where so then the spatula does all the work, and I'm just sitting here just counting the pills.
1 peel,
sorry,
2 peel, red peel, blue peel.
I'm sorry, when you say spatula, I imagine they're on a grill and you're just looking the fucking peel.
Little metal spatula. But yeah, we use that too. But yeah, no.
Oh shit, the Mr. Krabs spill.
One order of painkillers on wheat buns.
There's some medication that actually smells like real food, and then there's like one of them I remember, like I think it was a blood pressure medication. I believe it's Medicare. When you open it, it smells like popcorn. And it's like how do we eat it? And then we're like, ooh. I was like, this one smells pretty good. And then there's some other ones that like you can smell the grape from there too. Like I think usually it's like the antibiotic ones.
Yeah.
So like there's just like there's just these weird smells, and we're just like, okay, we're in pharmacy too long. Like after just get to and like after being here for
here's your pre-chewed placebo.
And then there's some pretty capsules too. They're like one of my favorite ones. It's like have like green tint to it. I was like, ooh, this is so pretty. I'm like, I like this capsule. And then seeing these really pretty pink ones. Like,
you just put the capsule. Yeah, put the capsule in your mouth. You're supposed to open it first, but I had to eat it.
Oh, you have to swallow that whole usually.
It's a placebo. What do you expect me to do? Shove it up my ass?
It's sugar.
Yeah.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, nothing's gonna happen to you.
Yeah, what's gonna happen? What's the worst that could happen?
Oh my god.
Oh man, but what was
I
I
need
gonna
a
say?
lot.
Oh yeah, sorry about being AFK for a bit. I had to take care of this call from my mother. She decided to call me and tell me that she saw a raccoon outside in the street. So that was why
Wait,
she called me.
Was it
That sounds like
anywhere
my mom.
near you or your mom?
No, it was near my mom. Oh wait,
Oh,
that's
like
what you said.
how close was it to your mom?
You okay? The way she described it to me, she talked about that one SpongeBob episode when SpongeBob was in the hall monitor. Remember that scene when he's by himself in the middle of the streets and there's like this one lamp just shining on top of SpongeBob and Patrick's in the side and he sees I see the person in the poster. He's right there, SpongeBob. Go hide or something like that. You remember that one that's like menacing? Yeah, that's how she described that with the raccoon. Just like right there on the bottom of the fucking light post, and it's just shining on top of the raccoon.
Oh my god.
So there's just a fucking little raccoon in like this menacing looking spot. And my mother's on the corner of the streets.
I was like, these little raccoons are huge. I don't know if she was like how close she was to that raccoon, but those things are huge. Like I think
Yeah.
That's
I
why
remember-
she called me because she saw that shit. She was like, "It's so big."
yeah, they're like 3 feet. About.
So to be clear, it wasn't gonna do anything to her. She just called you to tell you she saw it.
She saw it and she just wanted to have somebody talk with her in case if anything happens,
Oh,
so she could record that shit.
I want a Pokemon layout where it's the raccoon and your mom is obviously on the other side because, you know, like the trainer encounter. And it's like fight, run, call KG, and bag.
Oh,
Hold on, let me see if I can. Let me see if I can find them.
oh my god! I do remember though. We had a raccoon one time in our backyard that decided to live in our garbage can, and we were just like, and then of course like when my dog at that time she kept barking, and then I was like, oh shit, like this fucking raccoon's huge. I'm like, they want to send my dog outside because I was like, maybe that raccoon can attack my dog easily because my dog's only like was tiny. Like she's not that big though, so it's like that raccoon can beat my dog up. And then we tried calling animal control. It happened during the weekend, and they're like, "Oh, sorry, we don't do animal-related stuff over the weekend. You got to call back Monday."
I posted the image on Backstage. That's the scene I'm referring to. The way my mom described it.
Oh, that looks exactly like the Pokemon battle.
That's funny.
She calls me. She sees that fucking raccoon on the top of the lamppost and she starts freaking the fuck out.
I don't blame her. They go fucking raccoon.
I love it. I remember there was a video where this guy's dog was getting attacked by a raccoon. Like it was the raccoon was all over the dog's head. He takes the raccoon, picks it up by its legs, by its back legs, and he goes ah, and keeps running with it, and he shuts it down some steps.
Yeah.
What?
Like, all you can see is the raccoon's body flailing and flipping all the way down the steps.
Holy shit.
I gotta show you guys the video later.
Oh man, there are so many good ones. Have you ever seen the video of the squirrel getting high as well? Because he was eating some fermented nuts.
Yeah.
And that fucking caused him to just go in like this daze, I guess, and it was so hilarious. I need to show you that video later, man. It's good shit.
Oh god. I was like, do I want to know? Do I want to know? Oh god.
Oh my god.
This motherfucker picks the raccoon up by its body and just chucks it like. Ah!
I'm gonna ask you guys though. Have you guys ever seen a possum up close?
Yes,
Yeah,
there's also one around here as well. Has like
there is
little
one?
ones too.
Oh god.
You can catch it and use it to fight the raccoon.
My dog Toaster was attacked by a
I
raccoon.
do remember the possum. There was a possum in one of my neighbor's garbage cans, and then he was like scaring looking, and then he's like ready to attack you like any moment if you try grabbing him. And they're just
Yeah, the dog's name is Toaster, by the way. I can just imagine the video doesn't have sound, by the way, so I just imagine him going Toaster. yeets
No,
his
the way he grabs the raccoon with both of his hands and just yeets like in the Lion King.
Yeah, he yeets it. And I love that there's different cameras so you can see different angles.
Like different, yeah, it's like one of those like when you do in an anime shot where you do like the back to back to back camera thing.
The triple take.
He just like, oh hell no.
What's the way the raccoon spins?
Oh shit!
That's like it does like a spin flail. I love it.
Get the fuck out of here!
Holy shit!
So fucking.
I just love how you just grab the freaking raccoon and just throw it out like nothing.
Oh my god! And the dog's looking like, holy
terrified.
shit, what just happened?
Holy shit! I didn't want to take it to that level of intensity. What the fuck?
Yeah, I was like, I'd be scared getting bit. I don't want to get fucking
I just want to live.
I like how he keeps going down the steps afterwards, like that wasn't enough.
Oh
my god! And he's like,
Funny.
he wants more of it too. But
It's so funny. It's so fucking funny.
oh
I
my
love
god!
it.
Man punches a kangaroo in the face to rescue his dog.
Oh yeah, actually that one's a good one too. He straight up chucks this thing and the kangaroo stops moving for a little bit.
Mhm.
And then he takes the dog back in the house. And then later you see the very same kangaroo at his house, like near his window. And it's like scratching the window. Like you motherfucker, how dare you?
How dare you follow me
You
home?
me outside now. It's basically what that kangaroo says.
Kangaroos are fucking terrifying.
I remember
Those
seeing a
fuckers.
video who was of a guy who was skydiving, and then you see him gently coming down in his
Damn.
parachute, and these two kangaroos just get together, right? And they see the guy coming down, and they get close to the guy in
Oh
the
my
parachute,
God.
and the guy's like, "Oh, hi there, kangaroo!" Poop, poop, poop. He just starts beating the shit out of that poor man.
That ain't
They
natural.
start
Kangaroo just
punching
done.
and kicking the fucking dude in the parachute. Like they beat
Oh
his
my
ass.
God.
And then the kangaroos just fucking leave immediately. After they kicked his ass, they just immediately left this poor behind in the floor.
Oh my god!
I love
This guy
kangaroo
just punched
videos, man. They're so
kangaroo.
fucking good.
And then the kangaroo doesn't know what to do. He's like,
Yeah, no, the kangaroos knew what to do, and it was basically kick some ass. They kicked the poor man's ass so badly. I felt
no,
bad for him.
this guy, he punches him, and then the kangaroo just stalls there, like he's just like he has his hands up.
It's just hilarious to me because it's just a dude who's like, "Oh, hello there, friend," and then the kangaroos just start to whoop some ass at that moment. They're like, "God damn, man, you didn't need to do that." No, don't worry, the dude's okay. It's just hilarious just seeing how the video just shows a man just gently coming down from the sky, and then just his ass gets beat. Oh,
He's just like, and then runs away. Bye.
yeah, basically they just kick his ass and just leave. Oh man, I love animal videos.
Yeah, they're great.
Oh lordy. All right, so let me just make sure I got a couple of things that we need to. Thank you, Sir Samurai, for the image. It shows a Surfetch versus a Zigzagoon. Oh lord. All right, so obviously we have to talk about a couple of things that have been going on within this week. We obviously talked a little bit about the eShop closing down on Nintendo 3DS and on Wii U, at least through their
Wait,
game.
shit, it's closed?
Well, it's closing. However, you can still refill currency up on the 3DS and the Wii U stuff by using the official Nintendo website and not through the 3DS store and the Wii U store itself.
If I wanted to buy something from the 3DS store right now, I can't add any funds on here. I'd have to add it on the website.
No, it's not just yet. It hasn't started just yet. It'll begin,
I need
I
to buy
believe,
some shit
on
then.
next year, I believe, is when it begins. So
Next year?
Yeah, you just can't simply use credit cards also. Just
Okay,
make
yeah, I'm gonna need to binge shop on the fucking eShop now.
Mm-hmm.
Before it closes.
Yeah, before it's done.
Damn, can't believe it was like the ending so soon, but it seems so.
So soon, the 3DS eShop's been open for how long?
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. It doesn't seem that long.
Oh,
So it was like it's been because it was like I think 3DS came out like 2013 or 2012.
that feels like a long time to me. I think time just snuck up on us.
Yeah.
Yeah, it did.
How old is it? 8 years?
Oh yeah, I do got to get Earthbound. You're right.
You can also get it. Yeah, get Earthbound. It's literally our Earthbound Beginnings on the Wii U. That's the only way you can play that game legally, per se.
Damn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which we're still waiting for that Mother 3 Nintendo Cup. God damn it, we had to let Reggie go, and he still never got Mother 3.
What about Mother 3?
Yeah, how about this instead?
Oh, that
Also, my
robot
dogs
chicken
are very
sketch.
happy for some. Oh, Mother's home. Okay, she's gonna tell me more of the story of the raccoon later.
She's just holding a Pokeball. I took care of the raccoon.
Hey, why'd you bring it home?
Damn.
She's gonna train it.
Let's go of the raccoon immediately starts attacking everybody at home.
What other animals are out there, KG?
Actually, let me see. There's a big rat bastard. There is possums.
Oh yeah,
Raccoons.
the possum, and the raccoon are your starter Pokemon in New York.
Can she let your mom tell us? Nah.
Yeah.
I think she just wants to blast at this point, man. Oh yeah.
Like, no
Also
one-
pigeons. Yeah, you're right. Doves. We
Well,
got
those are field Pokemon. They don't count.
we got a bunch of Trubbish.
Oh yeah.
We even got one at home right now over here in the kitchen.
And then Doggo.
Yeah, and then the doggos, of course. I don't know. You could consider them either Yampers or Lily Pups or whatever the hell you guys want to go with.
The Lillipups.
Let me see. What else do we got to talk about? We talked a little bit already about the Nicktoons, I think, or not really.
Oh, Nicktoon Smash Brothers.
Uh huh.
So the memes have been the best thing that ever happened to Twitter, first of all.
Of course.
And I love that Jimmy's dad, the voice actor for Jimmy's dad, I love that he's in on it. Like, I love that he's a big... You've seen the video already, KG.
Yes.
I think you showed me. Where he's like, no bad DI there, bud. Looks like you're getting 0 to death, son, Jimbo. And then he just, like, knocks Jimmy off the platform.
Yeah, and it's like, your mom says you're grounded. Apparently, he's going to be doing the voice line for the, looks like I'm going to be sending you to the Shadow Realm, Jimbo. And I'm like, oh my God, if he does that.
Yeah. Yeah, looks like I'm sending you to the Shadow Realm, Jim Jam.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, man. I also love the other one where they talk about, look at Sheen's grab launch. It's ridiculous. And it's the one where he lunges Carl into the sky and they get hit by the airplane.
I just want when he got hit by the airplane for it to go gay.
Gay. Oh man, there's so many good ones still. Other one that I saw is for Dora the Explorer, and it was like Dora beating the shit out of SpongeBob. I was like, muy bien, SpongeBob or something like that.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I forgot what it was, but oh yeah, Powdered Toast Man, which I think was a Ren and Stimpy thing, was it?
Yes, that's right.
I kind of forgot a little.
I didn't watch a lot of Ren and Stimpy, so I wouldn't know. Also, you can't. I'm trying to buy Earthbound right now, but you can't buy it on your 3DS. You are gonna have to like.
You're gonna have to buy it on the Wii U, basically.
Ew. I don't have a Wii.
No, when I click it, it says only for new Nintendo. Oh, new Nintendo 3DS. Got it. Okay,
Yeah.
I don't have a new Nintendo.
Oh,
3DS.
yeah.
You don't have-
Son of a bitch! No, I don't.
Ready for Dora the Explorer to have 34 different star specials that she uses Shoto inputs to activate. And it's those little fucking stars from the show. Hold on, let me show you it here in backstage. I need to also show it to chat as well because this is brilliant. I love this so much. I love this.
Oh my goodness.
Well, I'm gonna be sharing these images as we talk about it.
Yeah!
All 3 stars. Full
Rosalina and Luma who?
No, the Explorer's my main now, boys.
I like the one where it's like when you finally when they
backpack.
I like the one where they said when they nerf Squidward in the next patch and Squidward goes, I guess I'll just die. So thanks for nothing.
Oh my god. I need to see my girl Dora in Brawl, man. She needs to be there. It would be a disservice if she was not in there whatsoever. Especially Swiper as well, man. I need my boy Dora and Swiper to come in, man.
Oh, I need that soundtrack.
Oh wait, it just got confirmed. Oh my god, wait. If you go to the official website in the Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl, it says your franchise is Nickelodeon / Nick Jr.
Let's go.
Oh shit. Lil Bill, let's go.
Hey. You know I'm main and face.
Yo, the Nick Jr. logo. Let's go. He better be a fighter too.
Oh my god!
You
know I'm gonna be maining Little Bear.
Little Bill,
Yeah.
Dora the Explorer, Bear.
Oh man, they're gonna be broken.
Yep.
God, I really hope that she does actually become a fighter.
I'm gonna main Oswald. Fucking blue octopus.
Yeah, it's like with the wiener dog.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Oh man. Here's the mail because it never fails.
Oh shit.
Oh shit, Steve about to come in with that long range. Steve's gonna be the Min with that mailbox.
I don't understand why the game's showing Raphael and Michelangelo and Leo, but not Raph and
It's probably more future fighters coming in.
okay, gotcha.
Yeah, they're obviously gonna include more characters as time passes on. I'm expecting my boy Jorgen von Strangle versus Tommy Pickles. Oh shit, I want the toughest fairy in the universe to be in this game. I'd be so mad if he's not in
Bring
here.
it on, little baby.
And also, everybody's talking about the Crimson Chin's alternate evil form.
What?
When he walks out of the... No, not like, wrong. And then he rips out that C on his chin and it shows his other form, his evil form.
Yeah.
Holy shit, I love it.
I'm confused they showed Helga without showing Arnold. That's so weird to me.
Yeah. Oh man, but there has to be so many characters that we have yet to see that deserve to be in this game. I need my boy Doug Dimmadome in there. I need I need Biggie Cheese in there.
We gotta get Doug Dimmadome, boy. Doug Dimmadome. All the Dimsdale. The Dimsdale Dimmadome is gonna be the final destination legal tournament stage.
Yeah, you're gonna be Dimmadome when I'm Dimmadome with you.
Hey, Invader Zim and Reptar on Doug Dimmadome. No items, no final smashes. Let's go.
Oh my god, I'm seeing over here the Nick at Night crossover with All Star Brawl, and they have George Lopez. Tim the Tool Man.
Oh my god. My man, George Lopez.
Yeah, yes.
Whoppa!
Oh my god! I forgot these three bastards. Freaking, what were they called? The Wonder Pets?
Yes.
I need my boys, the Wonder Pets, to come on through too. No, oh man. I also love this image as well that I see. Is like it shows every masterpiece has its cheap copy, and it's it's not what you expect it to be.
Oh nice.
Oh, and I'll post it on here in the Twitch chat just for those to see.
I want the Action League now to show Action League now.
Oh my god.
Every masterpiece has a cheap copy.
Sick anti-air auto man.
Oh.
I still love the one where it's like, oh, ahoy, SpongeBob, me boy, Sponge Boy, me Bob. I messed up my DI and I'm dying at 20%.
What was the Neutron style as well? I also love to. Oh my god.
It's so funny.
Oh man, I love everything about what I'm seeing so far. This game has so much potential to really be up there, and I really hope that it gets to that point where it actually gets to Evo levels of territory. Like we actually see Nickelodeon All Stars Brawl show up at Evo 2022, man.
I like that they said that all the tutorial modes and hints should be Ned's declassified school survival guide tips.
That'd be awesome.
That would be fucking awesome.
Gibby.
Did you see the one where it's like, man, they need to buff Gibby's down air. Look at this, and it just shows him falling through the ceiling.
Oh my god.
Oh, did you guys know about the true story behind that?
Oh, I saw it.
His stunt double, I think, broke his ribs.
Yeah, he almost got destroyed on set because of it. Like, they never put any soft spot for him at the floor, so he just falls straight into the ground. Those cracks are real where you hear on screen.
I was like, that gotta hurt from especially. I think he's falling from I don't know, maybe 10, 15 feet up in the air, and then freaking.
Yes.
And then usually, like those when you do like a belly flop in the pool, it freaking hurts.
Yeah.
Can you imagine just hitting into the freaking floor? Oh God, that gotta
Good.
suck.
Yeah,
My boy
that would
LT Gray. Man, my boy LT Gray better be in this game. I
LT,
can't
yeah,
wait.
even the creator of El Tigre was also memeing on it by saying, you know who would be a great fighter? And then he shows a gif of El Tigre. I'm like, even he wants it as well, man. I'm just saying, buddy, but like the one you brought up about Oswald, though, and his boy Wiener Dog, that's the Ice Climbers right there, those two.
Of course.
Oh, Lord. There's so much potential.
Yeah, that and the Angry Beavers.
Oh, man. Patrick has... Oh, no, Patrick got broken hitboxes. He had nest here. Oh, Jesus.
Oh, my God. It's so
funny. My God, the backyard mates pulling up to him.
No. You're not ready for the Naked Brothers band.
Super Spy. I love that fucking... Oh my God, I love this one. It's like
I want the trailers for the new characters to be as over the top as they were in Smash Brothers 2.
Yes, please. Needs to be their own cinematic trailers and all has high budget and everything.
They play like the Rescue Pack song when Diego gets debuted in the DLC.
Yeah.
Rescue Pack, coming to the rescue. Oh, Scott there.
I do like one of the. I think the turtle got hit by a freaking leaf.
Oh, I want one of the stages to be from the Legends of the Hidden Temple. I think that needs to be a stage.
That deserves. Oh my God! And it's a rotating one where it goes through the actual arena, so you can see all. Because like every time I keep watching that show, I always keep never seeing anybody get to the end, man.
Of course not.
Man, Most Wanted. Obviously, we got Rocco. Who was that freaking deer again? The yellow deer. What was his name again?
I can't remember.
Where?
Nick Jr. Robbie Rotten, obviously they want as well.
Yeah.
Ooh, man.
Fanboy Chum Chum.
Oh, yeah. I think for Nick Jr. got me there because I'm like, I have no idea.
I remember his name as well. Friggin' what was that one where it's like Mikey, something like that?
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, the one where he's like a cartoon in an anime world or something like that.
Yeah. Oh, Kappa Mikey. I love Kappa Mikey. Yeah. Boy, Kappa Mikey better make it in there.
And he better look just as awkward as hell as always.
Yeah, make his art style completely contrast with everybody else's.
Yeah. Oh my Lord. This is so good. There's so much potential with this. And I just love how this game legitimately not only looks good, it has a good company to accompany this game, like in developing it. I can actually bring it up real quick and talk a little bit about the just the people who are working behind this game, because it is pretty incredible that I think they're really going all out with this one.
The winners are Keenan and Kel. Why?
Oh man. Let me see here. We got the it was also confirmed like Cora, Cat Dog, among others, if you see in the official box art for the game.
The winner is XJ9.
Let me see. Here we go. Not only that, the lead developers of the game, the most notably for creating Slap City in 2018, Ludosity, are now working on this title. And they've actually announced a couple of things. For example, like how it has netcode included in this, as well as I forgot what it was called specifically, that netcode, but it also accompanies with apparently, as they call it, wave dashing in this game too. So rollback netcode, that's what it is. Yeah, thank you. So
Jim, you got an edge guard, Jim.
I'm looking forward to this game, man. 100%.
Yeah.
This game is looking to be a lot of fun for all the wrong reasons, but I am excited 100% of the way, man.
Nerdtron, you dropped your DI.
You guys gonna stream it once it comes out?
Of course. Well, of course we gotta get a whole squad up for that though.
Oh, of course.
Mm-hmm. Also, I saw somebody a while ago mention about the the Steam Deck, just to bounce around real quick. Elgato came out, I guess, with their own presentation. and they had like the revelation of a Steam Deck as well as the no, not Steam Deck, the stream stuff. I
Uh-huh.
keep messing up Steam Deck with Stream Deck, but they had the webcam announced. I don't know if you saw that, Tehran. I think I posted it for you a while ago.
Yeah, it was a while ago.
They have that, and then they have something else that I also completely forgot as well. But a lot of things were coming from this week, man. And then let's take a second to talk about the Steam Deck now. Steam, they've been known to try making console before in the past, but now they're trying to make a Switch competitor
Switch killer, switch killer.
in the form of Steam Deck. And I must say, it looks intriguing. However, I hate how it looks.
Right, but I thought you said it looks intriguing.
Like the concept behind it.
Oh yeah.
Because it's basically, what if you connect the Steam OS and just have it with you on the go? Like, that to me sounds incredible. Like, I could finally bring a lot of things with me on the go now, because it also has an SD card slot and all that stuff to where, and storage too, so where you can actually put games in there and download and just play them wherever you go. I feel like there's so much potential with this sort of system, and I really hope they go balls to the wall with this as well. I might try planning on getting one too in the future if possible, just because
Might grab
curiosity's
one.
sake, you know. Just want to say
Yeah.
I own one, but like, there's nothing necessarily in me that
It'll be
wants to,
just like my PS Vita, where it just sits there
yeah,
doing nothing.
to the point that you forgot you owned it, buddy.
I did forget. Oh, that was so bad. I looked over. I was like, "That's right. I have a Vita."
Yeah,
I
you're
sure
talking
do.
about like buying some other shit and you didn't realize you had the Vita right there to the side in your bed
I
somewhere.
have never in my life had a thing I bought from Amazon and never touched.
Until that
Everything
Vita.
I bought from Amazon, I've at least like had it for a while. This is like the one thing where it's like, oh yeah, that's right, I bought that.
If KG gets a Steam Deck, then that's KG's first time using Linux. Really now? Oh shit!
Man.
Although I did hear it could also run other programs and other things as well. So possibly you can
Yeah.
also have your Genshins, you can have your other games in there like Duel Links and whatnot if you want that as
So-
well. So
Dual Links is on Steam.
Duel Links is on Steam. I'm just saying, like, for those that you can download separately if you want to. I guess the
Ah, I
Pokemon,
see.
the Pokemon trading card game online that can also be
Ooh,
downloaded
yeah, that'd be
separately.
fun.
Switch emulators, yeah, you can also have emulation also be on your thing as well. So if you want to take some emulation with you, say want to emulate some SNES, some 64, all that jazz, you can also do that too. So there's a lot of potential. There really is.
Yep, it really is. It can pretty much play anything that you were able to go out of your way to download.
I did hear people tell me though that if you're gonna plan on buying the Steam Deck, don't go for the base one. Apparently, there's a little less extra stuff inside the base one than compared to the other. Although I gotta go look up more information about that. I haven't read much on it, but apparently people are saying don't buy the base one. So buy like the alternate ones. I think the original base is $399 to go for the $499 or the $599. So
Right.
yeah. Oh, storage speed. That's what it is. Okay.
I might have to
then.
get the $4.99 one then.
I'm gonna get the $499. I mean I can also get an
I don't think
SD
I
card
need a
separately.
$5.99. Yeah, I can get. I have tons of SD cards.
Exactly. So I'll be fine with that.
I'm a gamer. I've been at SD cards.
So- oh man. So overall, very excited for that. I can't wait to give it a shot when the opportunity comes and later this year. So
Yeah.
a lot of fun all around. Anything else I'm forgetting off the top of my head that was from this week? Maybe Chat can give a bit of a refresher on some of the things that went down within this week because there was a lot. I'm gonna be real with you. There was quite a lot of stuff coming through. So I just want to make sure I got all of the things brought up in my mentioned in my head. Let's see. We got the Nicktoons. We got the Steam Deck. We got the Elgato talk. We got the
I mean, obviously, we watched a movie, but we're
yeah.
gonna wait till TSS gets back to discuss that one.
Yeah, well, I mean, we could give our small impressions now, and then, of course, when the next session comes in, TSS could come through and talk about that as well, if you'd like.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's the possibility there. So, hold on a second. Oops, wow. Oh, Jesus Christ, this shit's big. Hold on. Oh, it crashed. Okay, let me just take care
Oh,
of
this
something.
shit's big. Oh, it crashed.
It got so big it crashed, man. There we
I,
go.
I actually was able to watch the movie on I think yesterday.
Oh, you got
Where'd
it?
you watch it on?
I found this really crappy subtitle. So apparently the subtitles were horrible because it was like the most random subtitles I ever seen. Because I kind of once I kind of like watched the first 2-3 minutes, I was like, okay, this is not matching up whatever they're saying. I'm like, because it's like I had like a because I don't understand Japanese, but then the way sometimes they convey the emotion or something, I kind of could put two to two together, like what's going on at least.
Yeah.
I like this is for me for watching so many. I think at one point I was watching so many years like with Diamond and Pearl, black and white without any subtitles. And then that just kind of like picked up, and I'm just like, what they're it's going on in the episode or something like that.
Hmm.
So the movie though, like at times they have like some swear words, like one of them was like, yeah, someone that said "fuck you" out there. I'm like, I don't need to not say that.
Reminds me of the time in the Dark Ride movie when Ash said, "Palkia, you son of a bitch."
Okay, you son of a bitch.
Sometimes I don't know why they have
Swear to
like,
God.
and they have entire the full like one letter that's filled up the entire screen.
What?
I was oh, it was like the weirdest subtitles I ever freaking saw, and I was just like, why? It was like, yeah. So I knew the subtitles were crappy. That's all I can say. So I was like, I probably want to rewatch the movie again. What if it has proper subtitles or if they dub the movie? Which I don't know when that's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm. It's
Now,
a matter of just the subbers themselves. You know that obviously they got to put the effort into that, given that they're the ones doing it. Uh,
yeah,
so I don't expect it probably until next month per se.
probably it.
Yeah, because it's a big film, of course. So
Yeah.
we'll see. But for the
Mm-hmm.
most part, just to give like a little small review on it. Uh, and I don't know, Tyrone, did you get the opportunity to watch the film's ending at least?
Yeah.
Oh, you watched the film as a whole.
Yeah.
All right, so first of all, we should give massive thanks to TSS for actually translating certain sequences on the fly as well as we are watching it live. He had the advantage of having seen the film a bit before coming to watch it with us. So he already knew certain things in advance. So whenever we needed to bring something up, normally TSS would tend to respond immediately during those questions. And one of the benefits of this film, I will say, is just the body language and the way animation is kind of being portrayed in this film makes it very easy to kind of get a grasp as to certain things that are happening within the film, even if you can't understand what it is that they are saying. Like even Tyrone and Terrell at certain points when we were watching it actually joked about certain sequences, and then it turns out no, that was actually true. It actually did go down that way.
Man, at its core, it's Pokemon. Like, do
That's
you
not like
really
really
need
intense. It ain't no a
subtitles?
silent voice, you know.
Right? Do you need subtitles? Do you really?
It was yeah. It was actually different. I guess it's like it was like one of the few movies like it doesn't have that much characters. It's like compared to most other movies, they always show like at least quite a few, but it was like very very small cast though compared to the other movies.
Mm-hmm. The movie did something. KG loves the Pokemon in the background. Yeah, that's the thing. My favorite thing about the film is just, as Nessa said, the roster is super small this time around with the cast of characters, but it's how they implemented their usage in the film that really did a solid job for me in my eyes. Like during the third act when the big fight was going on, I really loved that these Pokemon that were introduced at the beginning of the film came to the third act and actually contributed in
Yeah.
partaking in the battle. Which, by the way, I want to say right now that Iron Tail sequence at the end of the film, like that big finale of
Oh,
Iron Tail,
that was awesome.
was incredible. KG, is there a twist villain? I don't think there is.
No.
It's a character. Like I'll say it like this: when you see the
You'll know the
character,
villain the second you see him.
yep, he has that kind of design. And I was thinking maybe they might pull a stunt on us and make it look like he's a villain, and then it turns out he's actually just a good guy, just designed that way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I will say the villain is surprisingly darker than I thought he'd be. But you know it's him. Like the minute he shows up on screen, you're going, "That's the bad guy" immediately.
Yeah.
You know, he screams villain. I'll say it like I said, like Terrell and I said it before. I think the problem with this movie, unfortunately, is that this movie's been done to death. Not by Pokemon, but just it's a troped movie. It's a trope as hell movie. Person raised in the jungle. Humans attack the jungle. Humans are the true monsters. They're the true creatures. We gotta band together to stop the humans. But the humans have to discover the forest. It's for the love of science and discoverability. But one of them goes too far and is like, I'm doing this for science. And I'm like, this has been done to fucking death. They made 5 movies on this, one of which is called Avatar, not the Last Airbender one. I mean the one.
Oh yeah, the actual Avatar.
Yeah, the one with the I think they're called the Navi or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's done to death. Like, yeah, Tarzan, Mowgli, Avatar, Fern Gully. How many movies have done this forest shit? Pocahontas did it. Like, it's been done to death. So unfortunately, Pokemon is just like this movie. Unfortunately, it's a good movie, but unfortunately, it's caught in it's caught in a trope. So it's unfortunately it's a very safe movie too. It's a good movie, but it's a safe movie, like extremely safe.
I like how we say extremely safe, and then there is that one sequence towards the third act of the film that was.
I mean, yeah,
wow.
But still, like Terrell said before, other movies did that already.
Yeah, but I think it's the reason as to why I'm shocked by it is because of the fact that yes, other series did do it, other films did do it, but Pokemon never took that approach.
See, now that's the difference, though, and this is I'm actually proud of this movie for doing that thing that I said before with the mature writing, because when I said mature writing, everybody was up in arms, thinking I was talking about some crude, cussing out, edgy, bloody adult shit. No, it's shit like this that I'm talking about.
Yeah, and
that's what I meant.
In with one
yeah,
of the
this is what I meant. But look what we had to do to get it.
Man, that was.
I actually was surprised though, like that with that twist. To be honest, because I wasn't expecting they're going to go that direction.
I think it's because we've been so accustomed to films being a series that tends to be like something basic. Like normally, it's always usually focused on the Pokemon that tend to get the ones that get hurt because that's normally how films are.
Mm-hmm.
But let's take that approach and flip it this time around. What if it was actually the humans that got harmed, or even worse? And that's what this film did. What if we took that approach and went even beyond what we've done before? You thought the scene with the burning Snubble was horrible? They topped that in this film.
Oh, yeah.
Now, unfortunately, like, I will say, while I do like how dark that scene was, it unfortunately is underlaid by his motivation.
And also, the other issue I have with that revelation is I don't think the only people that know it are only going to be Ash and those scientists. I don't think Coco understood any of it, and I don't think
to me, I think it's better that way. I think it's good that he doesn't, because at this point, he already discovered Coco's father is Zarude.
Mm-hmm.
It's already clear. Does he really, like, he knows his parents existed. He knows they're gone now. Does he really need to know the gruesome details?
That is true as well. I guess.
How does that help him as a character? Like,
I think he's already traumatized. Like, just finding out. Like, wait a minute.
He already knows full well who he is. He's coming to his own. I don't think he needs that. I don't think that extra step would help him. It would just make him depressed, which I don't think is necessary for his growth.
Yeah.
But
I just thought it would have been interesting regardless. Just an alternative take to that. But oh well, that's just my take on it. I still enjoyed that scene despite seeing it already have happened before in the past in other films. It's just this is Pokemon's approach to it, and to that I think they got a plus in my book. So yeah.
Yeah, like I said, the movie's good. It does the trope really well. The problem is that it still is under a trope.
Yeah.
And then I know the comment was made earlier was like everything's been done. This movie's following Power of Us, which was an extremely creative concept for Pokemon that doesn't really follow a big cliche. Ash makes the movie cheesy as shit towards the end, but the idea that all these separate stories coming together is a concept Pokemon's not really familiar with.
Yeah.
So to see it done like that shows that, like, unfortunately, you got this really great movie, and then you got this good movie that follows it, but unfortunately, the good movie is still trapped in a template that's used from other good movies. That being the whole man versus nature trope that has been used in several different movies before. Now, like Terrell said, this is the best this is one of the best versions of man versus nature I've seen, especially coming from Pokemon. But we always got to say that from Pokemon thing. Notice we always had to say for a Pokemon movie. How we have to keep throwing that shit out there.
Yeah,
and
we have to keep reminding it.
And it's very clear that this movie and Power of Us are definitely a step up maturity-wise from the movies we've seen prior.
Yeah, and that's also because of the person responsible, Yajima, who worked on The Power of Us and is now working on this film. He worked on both those films. So you can get a sense of familiarity between both of this film and The Power of Us, hence why there's a lot of comparisons going on between the two, aside from just, being something that is, well, just two separate films. But that's what I wanted to say. I feel like they're starting to get an idea as to what they want to do for the alternate universe films.
Right.
And I'm really curious to see them continue experimenting with it, because The Power of Us, they experiment with that 100%, and I think it came out better for it in the long run. In fact, it became the best film in my eyes.
Yeah, that's my second favorite Pokemon movie, only being topped by movie 3.
Yeah, and same for me, except not by movie 3. It was by the Hoopa film.
Shut the fuck up, KG.
Come on, man. But no, to really get into the discussion of that, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm really hoping to see the next film continue on that trend of doing concepts that we rarely get to see be done in Pokemon films. Like, I know it sounds ridiculous, but I really want to see more of, like, the mentality side of things in a future Pokemon film. Like, a human's emotion, a human's mental state, or like a Pokemon's mental state. Like, I really want to see how they can incorporate that kind of concept in a future film. You know, it might sound stupid when I bring this up, but you know, like how other films, they, you know what I think it is? I haven't gotten a emotional Pokemon film. A film that's meant to be of just nothing but feels 100% of the way. Films like Coco, films like The Power of Us, they do have those moments, but it's also tied with a lot of action-heavy, story-oriented stuff, you know what I mean? So I would love to see a film built around emotions, built around the joys and sadness.
And this is what I'm talking about when I said mature writing. I'm so glad that you said that. And honestly, KG, I think you're the more suited to say it, because if I said it, I'm sure it would have been up in arms. Because when I said it before, people kept confusing what I said for, like, I guess the broad man's definition of a mature written Pokemon movie. And I'm like, no, I mean a mature fucking Pokemon movie that's well written.
I think the issue is just when you say the word mature, there's like 100 different definitions of mature. Yeah. Mature can be bloody and gruesome. Mature can be emotional and impactful. Mature can be swear words and curses and whatnot. They're like, mature can be weapons and R18 shit, you know? Like, mature has so many different meanings behind it that it has to be, I guess, addressed a little bit further and explain exactly what one means when they say mature, which is why I guess people were immediately thrown off when all you just said was mature and nobody knew which mature you were talking about, and everybody jumped on you because the moment you said mature, everybody thought they meant guns and violence and whatnot. Right. When in reality,
you're thinking of the broad definition, whereas to me,
the simple version of it.
Yeah, I'm thinking more on the lines of, like, the Studio Ghibli films, or fucking, or like you said, A Silent Voice, or Weathering with You, or Avatar: The Last Airbender. You think more in that mindset. Like, that's what I mean by mature writing. Like, that's what I mean. And like Donnie said, maybe if you said heavy topics, but then that's still within the same region. I didn't think I would have to like. I didn't think I'd have to be that broad about it, considering the fact that it literally is just the level of maturity in which you see the emotions being used in these movies. I'll even admit I Choose You is still in this range of like mature writing sometimes. I think the problem with I Choose You is that it tried to have its cake and eat it too.
It had a
There was so many
theme.
stuff going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it tried to have its cake and eat it too. That was
Yeah,
what
I think they
You's
wanted to take
problem
out certain elements, and then it would have worked better.
Now, KG brings up a good point. The alternate universe films do two things one good and one bad, and which helps them out. Because they're alternate universe things, Ash is not tied down by the course or progress of his journey at all. This means that the audience can watch any of these movies without any context of the entire series. Commonly, with the most of the Pokemon movies that happened before the AU movies, people had no fucking clue what was going on if they didn't watch the show consistently. Who are these people around Ash? How are all these Pokemon together? Very much to an audience member who hasn't watched an episode of Pokemon, none of that shit in the movie would make any logical sense besides the plot that's happening, which is new.
Oh, and heavily marketing the legendary Pokemon.
Yeah, but the characters and settings around were all based on things that happened prior. We, as the audience, would have to know who they are before going into it. So the alternate movies are very safe in which they can be played literally anywhere, and Ash is just iconic enough to know who he is, even if you've missed 500 episodes of Pokemon straight and came back to the series. Oh, that's Ash. That's Pikachu. Those are good sides. The downsides, unfortunately, means... Go ahead. The downside, unfortunately, means that the AU movies are very limited when it comes to a straight-up cast. They'll either have a completely new cast where they have everybody introduce themselves in that movie, which means we don't have time to really know who they are, or you run into a situation where Ash only has fucking Pikachu. He doesn't have any other Pokemon because he has no series to like say, oh, this is where Ash caught this or this or this. For example, one of my favorite scenes in movie 3 is when Ash fights Entei. When he fights Entei, he uses Cyndaquil, Totodile, Pikachu, and Charizard. 4 Pokemon that he's had in his journey. Unfortunately, that can't happen in AU. The only Pokemon Ash can have in AU is Pikachu. They tried to give him other mons before, but what ended up happening was we went into the I Choose You situation where it was chaos because everything happened so damn quickly. So the story was at a breakneck pace, and you had to like absorb it all. So unfortunately, we wind up in these situations where what do? A, do you limit your cast with the AU movies? Or B, do you bring in more audience members with the AU movies? Well, to make money, the obvious one is to, have a larger audience. And thus, Ash is limited to just being Ash and Pikachu travel from one place to another in order for these AU movies to happen. So it's a good and a bad. It's more or less how you take it, I think.
All right, I'm back.
I think, and since then also there's no new Pokemon movie coming up for this year, and I'm not sure if we'll get one for 2022.
Yeah, I would say none has been announced yet, but I'm sure they're working on it.
They have to have one for next year because it's the anime's 25th anniversary next year.
Yeah, they kind of have to have one at that point.
I choose you too. Let's go, boys.
I was like, it'd be cool if like the next one, I guess, like since it's the 25th anniversary of the whole series, like wouldn't be surprised if Misty or Brock will be in the next movie, but we just never know. But I doubt it.
Yeah,
so it's only a matter of
the AU is trying to keep the AU movies are trying to keep out the main cast because in order to because the main cast comes from like a series. That way audience members don't go in going, who the hell is this? Even I Choose You tried to do that. I Choose You tried to have Ash do his Kanto journey, but without Brock and Misty because people recognize Brock and Misty. So that you pick that up. But from here, you don't need to know who Brock and Misty are at all. All you need to do is just watch I Choose You and watch it with these new characters that Ash teams up with.
But yeah, so I hope people at least now has a better understanding as to just what the next film could be about. It doesn't hurt for them to wet their feet a little and try something new, you know? I think it's safe to say that AU at this point is just nothing but experimentation, just like how we're in the current series right now and in the one prior to Journeys. How it's always been about just trying to find something that you could call an identity of your own or something that just can play around and see what works. You know, they had different animation studios working, like with Studio working on The Power of Us. They had OLM work on the recent film with Coco as well, and animation and all that was at its absolute sublime, just beauty in
Oh
Coco.
yeah.
Like if we're gonna talk about animation and art style, I think Coco nailed it because I assume with the delay, it also gave enough more polish too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was breathtaking,
Yeah.
especially like with the jungle scenes.
Mhm.
That was like yeah, I loved it. I loved all this. That was probably one of my favorite parts in the movie. It's just like yeah, the animation itself is like beautiful.
And the art style, yeah.
The art
Yeah.
style.
The 3D camera. Somebody says, yeah, yeah, you got your X and Y fill with this one. Let's go with that.
Hey, that battle choreography was dope.
And it was with machinery too. That's the thing.
Yeah,
It wasn't even
except
like
for
it was like you know what it was? It was like some of the boss fights I've always wanted to see in like 3D Pokemon games when it's like not fighting a Pokemon and it's fighting
It
machines.
did look
Like,
like it did look like a Cyber Connect Pokemon game where you could just like click the quick time events.
yeah, you know that one moment in Coliseum where there's like that Groudon robot guy, and at first you think you're actually going to be fighting against the Groudon
Yeah,
robot, but in
uh-huh.
reality he just throws out a Pokeball. So it's like, what's the
yeah,
point?
it's
So
like really.
that's kind of what it felt like here, but instead it actually did fight against a giant machine bot. So yeah,
yeah. Or like when Lusamine fuses with a fucking Nihilego but winds up using Pokemon instead.
that's exactly the case. And I think the only time that never actually occurred that way was in the anime, at least till the final scene anyway, with Ash and Pikachu just literally electrifying her.
Mm.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I really like I said it before. I just hope that people get a better understanding now as to what exactly it is that we mean for not like necessarily gruesome and grotesque
No.
writing. We're just talking about like taking themes and really kind of experimenting it and trying to find a new approach with Pokemon that we've never really seen before, or at least go a little bit further than what we've already done in the past. Like I would like to see like how Pokemon's with issues that they could have be experimented with a film, you know? There's
Mhm.
just so much potential with that. So, will it ever happen? I don't know. Maybe the next film could be that case, maybe not. It's just a matter of waiting and finding out when that arrives sometime next year. I'm assuming we're going to get a trailer of some sort sometime in December, basically at the very end of the year, and then they're going to have a teaser trailer hinting as to what the next film is going to be about. So,
Mhm.
yeah. But other than that, though, not much more to say. Just looking.
Everybody already said it. You can download Pokemon Unite right now.
Oh yeah, it's a preload and all that, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing now.
Yeah, I probably should as well.
Yeah, you should. I'm gonna let Richie know too.
All right, sweet. But let me go and throw these away real quick. Put this over here and also close this one too as well. Also, I hear my dog in the background. What's going on with my dog over there?
It's like
Going on
yeah.
Yeah,
hand.
it's like my dog's like crying for some reason. What's the dog doing? Oh, he's
What do
hungry.
you want?
That's what's happening.
Uh,
He's seen my mother eat food. That's what's happening.
uh.
But it's
I
so
don't
weird
know.
because like he always eats and then he finishes and then he goes cry to my mother immediately after as well.
Right.
So it's
Like,
like
give me
he still
more
wants
food.
more. He keeps begging for more than what he can chew. So even when he
Mm.
gets more, he ends up just being like, "Yeah, I don't want to finish it. You could take it back."
Well, you just described a dog.
I know, but my dog is just weird like that. Hey KG, any news on remake anime? I'm enjoying it so far. I'ma just say my blue haired girl is really becoming my favorite girl so far. That ending in the third episode was so adorable as hell. I loved it so much, man. A human transformed into a monstrous Pokemon. Oh god, like some kind of weird like it's like the Fly, except just gone wrong with Pokemon.
Jesse
Eh.
did it in movie 3. I mean, in movie 4.
Well, no, that was like a Pokemon just turning into a Pokemon. You're talking about a human becoming a Pokemon.
I know. It was just. I remember she was in the middle of the thing, and her hair was entangled in the giant Celebi thing.
But yeah. Let's see. You is V and I'm sad. Aw. But
Aw.
okay. So I'm gonna be honest with you guys, and I'm very happy we took this opportunity to talk about the Coco stuff and all that out of the way, because as we were talking about this, um, I was watching the episode in the
Oh
background.
my god!
So to clarify as to what happened, I forgot there was an episode this week. I'm gonna be genuinely honest with you. I legitimately forgot that there was an episode this week. And I
You
also want
watch
to
the
take
episode,
Ty
you'll
as
still
well
forget.
for the sub with Prime. Thank you so much for that, buddy.
After you watch the episode, you'll still forget there was an episode.
Honestly, yeah. I don't even know what the hell was going on in this episode despite seeing the subs and seeing the story and plot unfold. So we'll get into that in just a minute. I'm just setting things up. The Flinksode, I guess we'll call it. Yeah,
Yep.
because it stars Full Links, of course. Everyone's little favorite Kirby mons that we got going on right now.
Cool.
Well, at least I
Yep.
hope everyone loves the Kirby
With
mons.
that being said, let's spin the Pokeball.
Well, actually, before we get to that, I just want to ask one last thing. If you were to rate the film, the one we were just talking about,
Uh-huh.
Coco, what
Uh-huh.
would you give as a genuine score?
As a Pokemon movie, it gets a 9. As a movie, it gets like a 6 or 7.
You know, that's a very interesting way of approaching it. Like two different sides, like with the anime itself, just now, except with Pokemon.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Like that Fern Gully slash Avatar slash Pocahontas slash Tarzan thing really kind of hurts it. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. It also kind of hurts because of the fact that we watched these things prior to this as well. You know.
Yeah,
We
like
have
Terrell
all.
said it best. Terrell said it best. It just unfortunately played in the wrong time.
Yeah. And also, you know, obviously, it's also another one of those situations where it's like, what's the best way to say it? It's safe. It does it well, and you'll enjoy it at the end of it all. It's still a fun film. Just know that it's something that you might have already seen before in the past, but if you can push that to the side and just see the film for what it is, I think you'll still get a good kick out of it regardless at the end of it all. So.
I want to talk about another thing that kind of hurt the movie, but it's not entirely the movie's fault, and we talked about this before too.
All right.
So production. Now, obviously, this movie was produced under very messed up situations. That being the Backstreet Boys, aka the pandemic we shall not name. So obviously, production hurt this movie a lot. But in lieu with that production, what we wound up getting was trailer after trailer after trailer after trailer after short commercial after fucking advertisement after hearing the credits theme over and over and over and over
And being used in the Pokemon episodes.
This movie was was advertised so much, I thought I saw the damn thing already. Like, I swear to God, we've seen so many clips of this movie. And obviously, the trailers are meant to hype the movie up. But unfortunately, when you combine a year and a half worth of trailers with a movie that follows a plot that's already existed since 19 fucking 90, you unfortunately wind up in a situation where the movie doesn't live up to what it was being held off to. Granted, it was held off a lot, out of its control. But you can't deny that because they pushed this movie's exposure in our faces so much, there's definitely a lot to be anticipated from it. This movie was advertised so many damn times. I think it holds the record as to the most trailers ever for a Pokemon movie.
So basically, you saw everything before it even got there.
Yeah, so, and yes, production can hurt or help a movie. Production can hurt or help a movie. If you produce your movie and you give it a few advertisements to the point where like the audience members don't really know what it is, but they still get some hints, and then get legitimately surprised when they watch the movie, then it's good. But if you get so many advertisements to the point where you basically almost feel like you've seen the movie yourself, that's bad because you're spilling too much of your beans.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, Pokemon, the movie Coco, got too many beans spilled.
Oh no,
I actually didn't have that feeling.
Oh, I think that's because you're not like following as much as other people out there who've seen all those trailers, because like everybody retweets it, everybody likes it, everybody shares it.
It usually shows up at the end of every episode.
Yeah, like they always keep when they're
this.
streamed, of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah, that's why I was like, I didn't get that feeling. I think I did see maybe a couple of trailers, but then I think the couple trailers that I seen, I was kind of like, oh, it kind of it's like a Tarzan ripoff. That was like my first impression.
I mean, but that's unfortunately was the first impression. That was the only impression that we got, unfortunately, because of trailers.
Like, yeah, like it did, and then I kind of like didn't pay attention to much of this stuff. That's what I was like. I must have missed that. I'm probably be lucky.
It was almost to the point where I swear to God, KG, I think we were sick of seeing the fucking trailer. Like every time we would see the trailers, we'd be sick of the movie. Haven't even watched this damn movie yet, and we're fucking sick of it.
We kind of felt that way at certain points, yes.
And that wasn't the movie's fault. It was just unfortunately the agenda that was pushed.
Yeah.
Oh, the perks of being too busy in life.
Oh man, Tony's going after Twitter accounts who use the music. Oh shit. Well, be careful, guys.
That being said, I love the movie's music.
Oh my god! If there's anything, I will say yes. You are correct. The delays and everything really did hurt the film in terms of having all this stuff revealed. But the polish, though, that came from it is incredible, and that also accompanies with the OST because they went something in a different direction, and that was using vocal theme songs throughout the film. And it wasn't even like the full versions either. They were like the movie's size versions, which I thought also helped benefit too. So it's like if you like these songs and you want to hear more of it, buy the OST. You'll get more of that track as well. And all of the songs are great, especially the father song at the very end of the film before the credits roll. That song was used beautifully 100% of the way, man. I loved how they used that song. And also, by the way, funny little fact, the trailer that we were talking about, Tyron, and how you said it was revealing it, one of the trailers literally showed the final shot of the film with Zarude. Except when you see the trailer, you don't know the context. But when the full film comes out and you see that scene, you're like, "Oh shit!" So that's where that scene came from, and it was literally one of the final shots of the film. But overall, very solid film. I enjoyed what I saw. It might be simple. It might be something we've seen before, but it did it right. It didn't go stray too far from what has already been done before. But its quality, its animation, the production that we've seen through the film in itself, and most importantly, just the charm that this film has, I think is going to be the thing that will carry this film into being probably people's top 5, I'd say. Just because of all of what I stated before. But if you have that sense of nostalgia, I guess, from seeing this sort of song or film, with like comparing it with a lot of other films from the past, not tying to Pokemon and something else instead, then it might hinder your overall enjoyment. But just go into it with a clean slate. I think I'll get a good kick out of it, especially with the villain. I think the villain really was one of the key characters that really made this film be better than what we could have initially given it. Like like say for example, if it was going to get a 7, that villain shot that shit up to like an 8.5 for me, or a 9 even, because of that revelation at the end. So that's all. But yeah, so I think we pretty much got everything we got to say on that and out of the way. So what do you guys say we get ourselves ready to go and talk about the episode then? All right. Now, Tyrone. Also, last thing, what was your score? You said a 9, right?
For a Pokemon movie, it's a 9. For a regular movie, it's like a 7.
What about you, Nessa?
For a Pokemon movie, I would rate it 8 out of 10.
Okay.
Like I would, yeah, no, and it's like I guess for a regular movie, like Tyrone said, I'd probably put a 6 or a 7. It's kind of like, oh, cool.
All right, and as for me, I'd also give it an 8 out of 10 for a Pokemon film as well. I can't give it any higher because then I'll start reaching Power of Us territory, but I still enjoyed what I saw regardless. All right, now, with all that being said and done and out of the way, let's go and actually roll that Pokeball and start getting into our review of the week,
Do
ladies
it.
and gents. Woo! All right, so what is going on in this week's episode? First of all, I forgot. This
Not
episode was
surprised.
so. I don't know how to say it. It wasn't necessarily bad. It was bland, is what I
It
could
was
say.
boring. It was fucking boring.
It was so bland. Like, there's nothing. I hate it because it features the Kirby's. I love these little bastards, man. I wanted to see how they would be done in this episode. But, like, I didn't like how it was executed, especially when you start thinking about some of the things that happen in this episode, and you're like, wait a minute, why did Go do it like this? But when these Pokemon came in, he didn't do that approach as well. Okay, so in this episode, Go and Ash decide to head out to Galar. And they decide to go and try to look for the Pokemon Phalanx in that area. First of all, I'm kind of glad they're starting to get into Galar stuff and try to collect more Galar.
The reason
whatever.
they're going is because all these Pokemon lined up, just like Phalanx. What's that? I don't know. Go find out.
Yeah, pretty much. So,
Such a stupid reason to go.
well, that's coming out of the professor's wallet, not my wallet. So, so they decide to go to research the Pokemon Phalanx. On their way there, Go and Ash encounter a Makio, aka what is that
Stunfisk.
name's Pokemon? Stunfisk?
Yeah.
Okay, a Stunfisk, a Galarian Stunfisk. Go catches it with a Pokeball. Okay, keep that in mind real quick as we approach later in the episode.
I think I know
So
it.
he just throws a Pokeball. He catches the Galarian Yamask, the Galarian Stunfisk. Why am my brain going all over the place? It's this episode. He catches the Galarian Stunfisk. Easy as 1, 2, 3. So we get further into the episode, and then they continue to go further, trying to look for this Pokemon Phalanx, and they do. And for some particular reason in my head, I was thinking to myself, oh, Go's gonna do the same stunt he did just a while ago, right? Like, just throw the Pokeball like how he did with that Galarian Stunfisk? No, we're just gonna have the episode play out, and then we'll have him capture the Pokemon at the very end.
We needed the episode to happen.
I know. It's like there was a clear moment where Go could have thrown the Pokeball before any chaos would have gone through. And then, like, the episode plot could still continue, but at least he has the Pokemon now, and it's just him trying to learn those Pokemon before, getting further with the capture and all that, right? So, unfortunately, something happens. Grookey acts like a green bitch motherfucker and starts bonking on those little Kirby's heads, as an annoying monkey would always do, and causes the Phalanx to get all hissy fit. Pikachu comes in, uses the Thunderbolt, and somehow electrocutes the leader into a different direction and starts rolling down the hill. So Go chases after that Pokemon, while Ash decides to try to, as you can see in the screenshot here, try to grab all of the Phalanx that are scattered around. And okay, I'll admit that little subplot I thought was cute with the Phalanx being attached to Pikachu, but we'll get into that. So, now that people understand what's going on here, let's move on into another segment, because honestly, this is where the story maintains that same level of interestingness, because it's still generic as hell with the other subplot. Let's be real here. As all of this is still going on, somewhere in another part of the Galar region, we see Ice-Cube. You know that penguin with the ice cube for a head? Yeah, that Pokemon. He's here for some reason. So, Ice-Cube just sits on an ice and just floats away, just for no particular reason, just floats all the way, because I assume because global warming cracked his ice block and just makes him drift all the way to the other side. And he ends up getting lost in the middle of the sea, and then wounds up somewhere near the forest nearby where Ash and Go are. You can even see in the screenshot here, Go just sees the ice cube just drifting by and does nothing about it as well, which I also kind of found a little hilarious, just this random ass penguin, but okay. Then we go back into main territory. Once again, Go is trying to teach this Phalanx leader to be like a leader, where Ash is trying to help the Phalanx, the little side Phalanx, to kind of be in charge, kind of try to group up together and actually follow said leader and cooperate with one another. I will say I did like that little Pikachu thing, being all mad about having to be tied to Pokemon. Like I think he's very claustrophobic. Is the thing. Which I guess makes sense because he doesn't like being in a ball, and now he doesn't like being huddled up by a bunch of other Pokemon. Which that joke does actually continue onwards, and I even loved that Ghost Pokemon also decide to be behind Pikachu as well. And Pikachu got so pissed off that Ash was like, "Okay, guys, you don't have to do that with Pikachu. That's perfectly fine." And all the Pokemon just got up and just walked the hell out, like, "All right, I'm out of here then." And you even see Cinderace also there, because I feel bad for Cinderace the most. He has to like crawl walk, like he has to bend down and he has to kind of like slide his feet just to even walk in his position because he's so big compared to all the other small mons. So yeah,
I actually felt adorable.
Yeah, it's still adorable, but I felt bad for it because it had to like stretch its leg every single time it got back up again. But this was a cute way of incorporating and using some of Ghost Pokemon, which is something I've had criticisms for with how Pokemon kind of tend to not even be used whatsoever, at least on Ghost side. So to see all the other monkeys, to see Cinderace, to see Raichu, I thought that was actually pretty nice. Continuing on, plot continues forward. Everybody gets some development. Flink's leader decides to reunite with the other little mini Flinks. All get A-OK, good to go. They fight the Ice-Cuel. They beat the Ice-Cuel. Somewhere around the line, the Ice-Cuel just disappears off the face of the earth, and then the narrator even has to point that out too at the end of the episode. Go catches the Flinks, and everybody is like, okay, we're good to go. Episode ends. Oh, and by the way, the Pokemon's still following Pikachu at the end. So,
boo.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna say this. It had its funny moments. I will not deny that. I did get a chuckle with the Pikachu stuff. I think that was it. I legitimately think that the Pikachu bit was legitimately the only thing I got a good laugh from with this episode. Because Pikachu being all claustrophobic and just being very hissy fit about being a leader of some sort. I don't know why. I just found it hilarious in my book. So I had a good fun time with that segment. Everything else, though, the Ice-Cuel plot was why the Phalanx plot. I enjoyed it to an extent, but it was also kind of hampered with the Ice-Cuel plot. So that shoved that shit way down to a lower score as well for me. It was an average basic ass episode. My big complaint I had with it is that if Go caught the Galarian Stunfisk with a Pokeball just like that, why didn't he do that with the Phalanx as well?
Because the episode would have been over.
Yeah, but I feel but then don't introduce that plot then if you're gonna do this at the beginning. It just makes me feel so weird when I'm like, go, be consistent with yourself in the same episode. I'm like, you caught this thing all willy-nilly in one shot, and it's like, there's this other mon. There is certain moments in that segment when it gets introduced to the Flinks that I was thinking, okay, you're gonna catch it, right? You're gonna catch it, right? It doesn't happen.
I don't know.
So that's my take on it. And also the Ice-Cuel too, yeah.
I hate that the Flames get together and kick the shit out of a Boldor, but apparently they suck at fighting.
Yeah, apparently the leader and the little mini ones don't tend to actually be very teamwork-esque, and it wasn't until...
What do you call them beating the shit out of the goddamn Boldor? And also when they went up to go get the fruit and all the other shit they did before the plot decided that they were a problem.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, and also I forgot to mention the Ice-Cuel went back home.
Yep.
Like, what the hell was the point of that?
I feel like the writers were asleep when they made this episode.
I think they were trying to create an Ice-Cuel episode. They saw how boring it was, but because they went so knee-deep into it, they're like, shit, we need to figure out something to fill in for this episode.
Yeah.
This is
the most laziest, messiest plot I've seen out of Pokemon. This was significantly bad. It was just a lot of nothing. This whole episode was just a lot of nothing. Literally, this is the Seinfeld of Pokemon episodes right here.
It's crazy because
nothing was necessary at all.
The thing about it is that before I pass it back on to you, Nessa, the thing about it is that there was more focus on the random ice cube that never got a conclusion in this episode than there was to the full Link's focus and Go as a character and trying to help it. There was more focus on the random shit than they were on the plot shit.
It was just like, it was just didn't make
you want to
sense.
know why?
I was like, why? Why Ice Cube's here?
You want to know why they did that? Because the Phalanx plot couldn't hold its own enough to fill in 24 fucking minutes.
I was like, no. But
what was the problem? Phalanx can't work together properly, even though they did that before Go caught it, or even though they did that before Go fucking tried to, talk with it. But now the problem is, they even Ash was like, what the hell's keeping Go? What is he doing? Like the whole episode felt like you were just watching. It felt like this is Pokemon's equivalent to paint drawing. This is the episode right here. I didn't think I'd actually find it, but here it is. This episode felt to me like it was just god boring. Like, I don't understand how the fuck this is acceptable. I think Raichu was the only thing I liked about this episode.
Yeah, me too. That was the only part.
Of course, because it's Raichu, damn it.
Yeah, well, not even just that. I like how she was very like cooperative about it, and no matter what happened, she would just offer fruit.
He's like, here's a berry for you to make you feel better. And
like she was just being a very good team player about it.
I kind of like the Cinderace and Raichu moments too, because it was all sad, and I was just like, oh, they
I like the idea that Go used different combinations of Pokemon. I mean, granted, 2 of them were literally just Pansear and fucking Panpour.
At least I'll give a props that and he's finally using other Pokemon. Finally,
but I would like him to mix it up a little bit better. But yeah, you get what you get, I guess.
It's like that was the only thing entertaining. The most other part, I was like, if they want to make the episodes a lot more interesting, I was like, couldn't they just separate all the fake Blinks on accident? Like I guess like how Pikachu uses Thunderbolt. Mm-hmm. He could have shocked all of them, and the Blinks could have scattered, and then they could have spent the entire episode trying to look for all of them.
Yeah.
They could have done that, but they're like.
I know you say this a lot, KG, where it's like don't consider the past, but Pikachu has had no problem with little Pokemon around it before.
No, he's always usually been with them. It's just, I guess, never to, like, too tight, I guess. Like, there is such a thing as personal space. And those Phalanx were not.
That's why I'm like...
Yeah, so...
I think I think it's just Togepi, but then he's dealing with, I think, 4 or 5 of them behind him.
Yeah.
So he's kind of like, no, there's too much.
I don't know. I know someone's gonna pull it up. I'm sure there's a moment where Pikachu was in a line of other Pokemon. Like I'm guessing when Pikachu was traveling with Charmander, Squirtle, and Bulbasaur during the Island of Giant Pokemon, he was slowly just freaking out too. But
they were so close together. Even they kind of
don't know.
Yes, it's hard to say.
No matter how many ways you slice it, to me, I think the biggest problem with this episode was it felt like nothing was happening.
That's because it
felt like a whole 24 minutes of nothing. Like the writers were literally in a room going, "What's happening in this episode?" I don't know. Ice Cube, Float, Ash, and Go to Galar to see some Phalanx or some shit. They don't want to work together or something. What about the Ice Cube? Oh shit, bad. It could fight him, I guess.
Wait, does B actually own a Phalanx, if I recall?
Yeah, she does.
In the games, right?
She does.
But she has a different team altogether now.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Her main Pokemon is Graplock. But it was just a whole lot of nothing. Remember when Eevee had those little shorts in Sun and Moon that eventually led to it meeting up with the cast?
Yes.
But the payoff was that Lana wound up catching it. Imagine that, but nothing happened.
And that nothing was the ice skill just leaving.
Yes. It's so stupid. Like, it just felt like such a waste of an episode. Like, this was a problem.
I think they just, like, probably since we know, like, next week's going to be way more interesting, they probably just gave them, like, their B team, or I don't know what they do over there. Just like, oh, yeah,
They gave the barest minimum.
Yeah, exactly. And then next week's gonna probably, I think we're gonna have higher expectations with everything's going on. So they're probably like, okay, BT, do whatever you want. Like, just fill up by 22 minutes and call it a day.
I could have even gone with one of their default plots where Pokemon normally that work together don't work together anymore. Like, Phalanx probably, like, Go has to fight Phalanx in a battle, and normally, like, Go's doing well in the battle, but that's because one of the Phalanx gets all rebellious or something, and then it causes a squabble, and they all just sort of split up, and the captain is, like, worried and wants to get them all back together, but the captain isn't being a good enough captain to do it. No, it's just these random 5 Phalanx that somehow can't follow Phalanx's orders, even though they did it already when they fought Boulder. That's what pisses me off the most, is the Boldor. The Boldor fight, I think, is what pisses me off the most.
So basically, the inconsistency.
Because they kicked the shit out of that Boldor.
Yeah. Also, the other 5 links, they just have the same personality, and I guess they're just like they can't work without their leader. I was like, I'm pretty sure they might have little other personalities as well. I was like, one could be always hungry, one could be always be lazy, one could be, I was like, what else they could do? Like one doesn't want to obey, like rebellious, like you just mentioned.
That would require way too much writing, Nessa.
Yeah, probably. I know, but
way too much.
Could have easily done that.
I'm on KG's side at this point. Grookey can go fuck off to hell. I hate this thing. Literally the entire that's the scene. That ain't the fuck there. It's them fucking doing their job. Pissing me off. Anyway, I hate Grookey. I hate the fact that and a plot can't survive without Grookey just beating the shit out of it to be annoying. Like, I'm getting sick of that fucking joke.
That's all I'm saying. I was already telling you guys in advance that this Grookey was going to be a problem, and nobody heard me.
It's debatably as annoying as Morpeko.
Except the issue is that Grookey shows up more often than Morpeko.
Right, yeah. Literally, the only reason why a lot of conflict starts is because Grookey decides, I'm gonna go beat the shit out of it for no reason.
A little temper tantrum problem.
Like, yeah, I'm getting sick of that joke. That joke can go die in a fucking fire. I hate that joke.
It also hurts me too because the Grookey is outside, right?
Yeah.
But the Cinderace is in the ball. His first mod.
Yeah. Cinderace doesn't get enough love now.
I think Cinderace was probably acting that way in this episode too when he was sulking in the corner over there, having to be turned into a minion of some sort.
Drizzle, poor Drizzle's in a fucking hole.
Well, to be fair, Drizzle knows what series is in. It
doesn't matter. Mode. Yeah, yeah. This is who we gave the starters to, by the way. I just want to let y'all know that.
Well, I hate them all, so I mean, to be fair, I'm okay with that.
It doesn't matter. Like, my point is that this is what happens when you give this character starters. Mm-hmm. It's just this whole episode. This was a mess. I wish I could say more things I don't like about it, but it doesn't even have enough for that.
It's just so basic.
It's so boring. I ran out of shit to complain about.
Let's try to find some positives then. Let's see.
I feel like that's gonna be harder.
Give me about 20 minutes. I'll think of something.
I already said I liked Raichu. That was a nice moment.
Oh yeah, that's actually pretty cute. Yeah, you're right. The Raichu was cute. Raichu out of 10. Let's go with that. If TSS was here, he would only talk about that Raichu, man.
It's such a nothing episode. I hate it. I hate it.
I don't know. I don't think Go's ever used that Raichu to battle.
No, it doesn't fight.
She's like, nope, not a fighter. I'm a lover.
Yeah.
Donnie brought up a good point, Taron. You'll love this episode. What are you talking about? There was a 3D background in this episode for like one shot.
I'm not.
Come on, look at that. Your Inter X and Y is showing, Taron. Come on, go.
Oh, my bad. 10 out of 10.
Exactly.
I don't know.
Not
no.
Oh, man. This episode gave me apathy. Oh, shit.
They could have done a little bit more with... Okay, so Ash had to watch the Phalanx. I wish it could have been just him trying to get them all together. But because they don't have a captain, it's hell. Every time they get like 2 together... And they get the third one runs off or something. And they have to keep dealing with that. And then finally, like, the captain's the one that's like, hey, come here, all of y'all. That would have been cool because then it could have tied both plots together.
And it would have showed the leader side of the Phalanx.
Exactly, but no, we had to have fucking Ice Cube float across the water for half a fucking hour. Like, so stupid.
I think it just angers me that the Ice Cube was here to take time away from the actual plot. Like,
That's
the actual
all it was
plot of
about.
the episode was the background subplot rather than the main plot. And the Ice Cube was the main plot and not the subplot. If it had been the other way around, first of all, I'd still hate the Ice Cube, but at least I'd have a little bit more focus on the Phalanx. Because it angers me because I like Phalanx. I love that mod. It's such a unique and simplistic design, but it does so well. They look like cute little Kirby's, man. I love them so much, man.
They were in the freaking movie too recently.
Yeah, they were in, like the Phalanx in that movie was actually very cuter than the one we have here, man.
No, you know what? That one had a better plot, and it was only on screen for a few minutes. You wanna know what it was? The captain fell asleep in a fucking hole.
I know.
I'm more invested in the Captain Phalanx that fell asleep in a fucking chimney than this shit.
But to be fair, it worked because Coco got to show his acrobatic side on that moment too. So there was development for the character, and it wasn't like a subplot. Like, it was an actual good concept that didn't overstay its welcome. It did what it needed to do and went on to the next scene. But guess what? The next scene also had those Phalanx as well, and we got to see an even cuter side of them when they all huddled up on Ash. Like, that was so adorable.
And they like, I get to hug all of them.
Yeah, he gets so, like, I loved everything about that, and it pisses me off, man. It's like, the good Phalanx was in the film for like a solid 2 to 3 minutes, and that was better than what we had with the Phalanx in this episode. Because they felt so insignificant in this one, man. And it hurts.
Yep.
Ah, well. I feel like at this point, if we continue on any further into the review, I get this strange feeling we're just going to bring back repeated things we've probably mentioned.
We got nothing.
I guess the only thing we could talk about is next week's episode.
Oh, yeah, that.
I got nothing to say.
Tyro's not too
I mean, I got really nothing to say either. Like, it's not even me being I'm not unhappy about it. I just don't have anything to say about that either. It's the plot is kids are having nightmares and people got to do something, and Don's there. Like, so
it's not necessarily that I'm not looking forward to it. I am very much looking forward to the Dawn episode. It's just we already talked about this to a full extent already in our past discussion. And the trailer that we got for this upcoming episode doesn't really have anything new per se to continue adding on top of what has already been discussed before in the past. Yes, Dawn is coming back. I'm happy. I'm excited for it. What we got in terms of footage wasn't anything new to add upon what we've discussed before. Therefore, it's just safe to say, there you go. However, yeah, Kuro brought up a good point here. There is something that we should talk about as well. It has been officially announced that we're getting an upcoming episode soon, sometime in August, where we're going to go back to Alola once again. Because apparently there's a racing episode, I think, of some sort happening in Alola. Let me see if I can get the full name for it. I believe Ash and Serena.
I did see that today.
Yeah, let me take a look here. August 13, fully powered, the Alola Desert Island Race. That's what it's called.
Didn't they have a bunch of races in Alola before?
Yes, they had the Pancake Race, they had the Bug Race, they had the
second Bug Race.
Surfing Mon Race, I think it was, or something like that.
Yeah, the second Bug Race.
Mm-hmm. The NASCAR race.
I like that one.
So yeah, and what else was there as well? I don't recall. There was a lot of stuff that went down. Here's my thing though. I know this might sound weird. As you guys already know, I am certified as like the #1 Sun and Moon stan in the series as a whole. And I want to say, I don't want to see the Alola gang in this episode at
Oh
all.
shit, that's right, KG. You do officially have the number one Sun and Moon.
I've
thing
always
now.
had
Yeah.
that title, man.
Well, the title was wrestled for a while, but you
Yeah,
win by
don't worry.
default.
Don't worry. That it's never been. It's always been with me. Everybody just wanted to call
It was
themselves.
always me.
Yeah, plot revelation. It was always
they-
me at the end. But
Yeah,
nah.
well, you gotta say, yeah, you won it now. So it's yours.
Moving on though from that, I will say though, I don't want to see the Alola cast show up in this episode, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be pissed off if they showed up here, because I already talked about it before in the past. I see that Sun and Moon episode that we got earlier in the series as an epilogue to those characters. I
I'm glad
don't
KG
need
said
to
it.
see them come back forward after this point, because I feel
I
like
agree with him too.
I feel like we got so much out of that, and I think it's gonna tarnish what was already established in that episode by trying to add more than they should, rather than keep the story as is. The only one character or two characters that can break the exception is Lily, because she's not in Alola. She is the one member I could see come back, and I'll be perfectly fine. And then we'll get cameo appearances by the Alola gang there. But I don't want to see the Alola members come back, because I feel we already seen enough of them, and that episode within Journeys felt like a natural epilogue of the series as a whole, because it kind of shows off what the characters did a year later, even though a year really hasn't
Now,
passed.
the one risk of that too, though, Alola's small.
Yeah.
It's hard to not run into people who have already. Shit,
No,
the
no, no,
series
see-
itself.
No, see, that's the thing I was going to say. Like, don't run into the main Alola cast, but run into the other characters that have
you
been
can
in
do that,
Alola.
yeah.
Like,
Sun
I
and
would
Moon has a
love
very
to
large
see.
cast.
Yeah, instead, why don't we bring some of the side characters back? Like, let's show up Acerola here. What if she's in this one? Or say, what if we bring Sophocles' cousin as well to be in this?
Or that golfing chick.
Yeah, like they were used very minimally in the Sun and Moon series. I'll give mention to that because it is true.
I want to
feel
let y'all know the golfing chick's an Elite Four member, and she's somehow lost in the Pokemon League. And somehow
is a professional
Sophocles made
golf
it
player.
further than her. Just live with that. I want
Listen,
you to live with that.
I was hoping he'd make it to the top 4, and I'm kind of sad he never did.
I want you to know that out of all the Elite Four members, out of the Elite Four members, Sophocles scored higher than them in the Pokemon League. I just want to let y'all know the type of league we dealt with today.
Actually, didn't Sophocles in the Sun and Moon games actually fight you when you were in your throne?
Yeah, he's one of the challengers.
So that
you can
means that
fight.
he technically is a strong trainer. So I mean, it makes sense at that point.
I'm not talking about video game Sophocles. I'm talking about Sophocles with Toga Demaru and fucking Vikavolt.
Yeah, I know. So I mean, listen. At least they're being, what's not coincidence? They're being consistent, at least with the video game counterpart. There you go.
Sure, we'll call it consistent.
Yeah, we'll call it consistent, man. So yeah, that's all I'm saying. If we're going back to Alola, just give me some of the characters we haven't seen. I'll be more happy with that, because in my eyes, as silly as this might sound, all the characters that are in Sun and Moon, I feel are main characters. So I feel every one of them feel justified in coming back.
I read Drip Pression's comment. I hate that fat fuck. I mean, he's cool.
Oh man.
Makes me laugh.
Beware at least needs to show up in the background. Yeah, okay. Cameo appearances by Beware, I'd be happy with. I just want to see him fly with this little tiny ass propeller in his hand as they're going from island to island, man. Oh shit, Acerola's Gengar meets Ashes. Oh, that would be sweet.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Give those Gengar some screen time.
Then Acerola can train Ash's Gengar better than he does, like with the Iron situation.
Why is it everybody else doing a better job with his mons, man?
Because those aren't his mons. I've said it from gate. Ash's team is not his team. It's a collection of other people's Pokemon that barely get any screen time.
I think that was something we actually talked about before as well, where we said, oh, when he got the Lucario, Karina's going to return and train it, right, guys?
Right?
Right? We're going to train him, right?
Lucario's been MIA for a while.
Yeah, he's been somewhere.
Because the plot's done with it.
That's sad. Yeah, Terrell brought up the three somethings. I forgot what they were.
It was no, it was the three T's.
The three T's.
Trouble, Trial, and Triumph, or whatever.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh yeah.
And I guess this
Alright.
Triumph was that Team Rocket episode when it got into the Team Rocket goo machine, whatever it was. 'Cause
Yeah,
that was
Trouble,
literally the last
Trial, and
time.
Triumph. Yeah.
Oh well, that's all I can really say on what's coming with that Alola episode. Not much more to say
Yeah.
other than I'm interested to see who they're gonna try to bring back, if they bring back anybody. If they don't actually bring back anybody, I'll be shocked with that, because as Tyrone stated before, and everybody knows this, the Alola region is small. It is a puny
It's
region.
small, but it's got a large cast. That's the deal.
It benefits from being small because that cast feels bigger in the long run, basically.
Yeah.
Because they have to use everybody. That's what I love about the Sun and Moon series so much. I always love that every time, even if they're not the focus and they're not necessarily important to the plot, you still see those characters walking in the background. It's always that consistency I love, even if they're not the main focus. So you could see the lady with the Raichu just walking by, or the old lady in the fruit stand just chilling in her spot. You know, it's always these characters that you've already met before that just chilling by in the series of Alola that I appreciate a lot, especially when you see a lot of them. And that's my big complaint as well with Journey so far. You know, it's this little nitpick of mine. I talked a little bit about it in the ice episode that we had a while back with the Alolan Ninetales. I didn't really have issues with the Alolan Ninetales being in that island or in the mountain. I had issues with that Alolan Ninetales being there and there were no other Icemons in that mountain. Why was he the only one there alongside Regice? You know what I mean?
Because the plot was about Regice and Ninetales.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, whatever.
Because the writers didn't want to draw any more fucking Pokemon.
But we just came from a series that had all of them in the background, man.
They didn't want to
even
draw anything else.
Oh man. Well, so yeah, not much more I can add to the Alola episode. Not much more I can add to the Dawn episode. Once again, I'm not necessarily not like excited for them. It's just you get to that point where you don't know what more one can say. You know,
I'm more excited to see Go and Koharu and see what they're gonna do about this situation, because this is the first serious situation that Go and Koharu have been in plot wise. That's a two-parter and involves an actual, story happening.
yeah.
Where Go and Koharu, they barely get involved in situations like these where there's an actual like straight up crisis. I mean, Go's been in and out, but Ash has mostly been able to cover him for the most part. And Ash, shit, for him, this is just Tuesday. Like he's been through it all, so we
He's
know
seen
he
it
knows.
all. Yeah.
Yeah, but this will be Koharu's first real, like, I guess you can call it like arc, like an arc where she's involved in an actual plot arc.
Yeah.
Which in this case, I guess you can call it the Nightmare arc or whatever.
Darkrai Cresselia arc that we've had before.
Yeah, that's why I call it Nightmare, because they both involve your dreams or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, this will be her first time being involved with an evil organization, to be quite honest. So I want to see how they react. Dawn's dealt with Team Galactic already, and Ash has dealt with all the teams already. So I can give a shit less about them two. I want to see how these new characters will react. Like I said, that's always been my thing. Is like if you're gonna have a series that introduce new characters, you need to let me know how these new characters will interact. Prime example was way back in AG when Misty came back. I didn't give a shit about Misty. I wanted to see how May acts during all of this.
And it was cute.
And we saw it. Like, we saw that, like, she had that joke where she treated everything like an online. Basically, like I said May would probably be a streamer. She would probably be one of those people that holds the phone and is live on Instagram or some shit, showing off all the stuff that happened. Because she what did she call it? May's Expeditions or some shit?
Yeah. She made it like as if she had a camera or something in her hand.
Yeah. Yeah, she'd be a vlogger, basically.
Mm-hmm.
May is a VTuber.
I mean, well, that's one way to bring her character back, right? You know, out of all the characters in the series, I would think Serena would be the one that does the VTubing, honestly.
Well, she would probably do like the making a video of it. May would be doing like the I'm walking around Instagramming everything.
Yeah, and Dawn would be actually doing shit.
Well, Dawn would be if I had to, she would just be just a performer. She would just it would be
she's
pretty
an
similar
idol.
to like it
Yeah.
would be pretty similar to like a famous dog show trainer.
She would be the
That's-
person who would take pictures of her treats and just post it on Twitter and be like, "Yo, guys, look at this cool snack I got."
Really Instagram more.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you had to say which one would be like a female like model, it would have to be Serena because of the France thing, Pokemon Showcase. Pokemon showcases are like beauty contest.
Serena has a channel and only one video,
That's-
and the video was 3 years ago.
Yeah. But
Oh,
but yeah, I think like I'm not really sure what Dawn's gonna add to this, so I don't really care about like what she's gonna do. I'm just like, okay, she exists and therefore she's there. I mean, it would be interesting if she had some new Pokemon, but shit, that's like a 2% chance.
Yeah, good luck with that, buddy.
I'll be for me. I'll be happy if she mentions
She's
like
gonna use fucking
her
Piplup
rival.
the whole.
Yeah.
She's probably just gonna use Piplup the whole time.
Of course,
Yeah,
Piplup is her
You
main
couldn't get
one.
the VAs for the other mons back. My heart.
yeah.
That wouldn't be surprising.
Yeah, so.
Yeah.
All right, then. Let's go and wrap things up for tonight. Why don't we, then? I think we managed to get everything we need to address out of the way. So, let's go and talk a little bit about what's going to be happening this week. Obviously, Monday has come and gone. We have finished our shenanigans. I want to remind everybody, if to those who played Dragalia Lost, make sure to do your summons today. It's only today
shit,
you can do
right.
your 100 summons right now, which also contain characters that were limited adventurers in there, meaning characters you can't normally get out of a pull normally, such as like Halloween Mim, Valentine's Chelsea, Dragon Yule Lily. I named those characters because I ended up getting all of them in the 100 summons. So thank you, Dragalia Lost game, for making me not have to waste a single gems on their reruns. I'm happy about that.
I want my goddamn Persona characters.
Oh, they're not here, man. It's only
Fuck.
no. That was a. You gotta hope and pray that we get a rerun of those of crossover events.
Fuck.
Yeah. So who didn't you get? You didn't get anybody.
I didn't get Joker. I got Mona.
But you got Cat, so that's good.
I wanted Joker.
I know, but Cat's apparently better in the game than Joker.
I don't care about that shit. I wanted Joker.
That's funny.
All right. Well, yeah. So there's that. Make sure to do your 100 summons and make sure you get what you want, and hopefully get what you want. I should say it's a way to celebrate the 1,000 days of Dragalia Lost. Bless that series. It's my favorite Nintendo IP currently. So Tuesday, obviously, we got a couple of shenanigans, mostly on Tyrone's channel. As you guys already know, last week we had the Yees of Justice appear in our stream, being of the Kabbalion and whatever Verizon as well. But now we're going back to Tyrone's channel, as we're going to be seeing him do Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links, which I'll also partake as well, and also the the Pokemon X and Y Nuzlocke continuation of that. So make sure to tune in on that. Now, Wednesday, things are going to be interesting. I believe, Tyrone, you are going to be doing Pokemon Unite with Richie, if I'm correct, right?
You are too.
What? No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
No, I'm not.
I saw
If you didn't know, Tyrone, the Genshin Impact world is unlocking on Wednesday.
I don't want to hear that shit.
Yeah, this is the new world. I want to check that shit out.
Yeah, you can do that too.
Yeah, but
For
I can't do that
Pokemon
while playing Unite.
Yes, you can.
No, I'm not gonna multitask here. I'm streaming that world, man.
No, you do
Oh, hi
unite
there,
for about
Hazily.
you do unite for about 2 hours, leave, and then do Genshin Impact.
No, I'm streaming the Genshin Impact. That's the thing.
Well,
Jesus Christ. Well, then how are we supposed to have a good team? It's gonna be me, Richie, and some fucking nobodies.
Well, wait, where's your fourth member then?
That was supposed to be you
No, you
Or
only just said
Terrell.
you and Richie.
or Terrell.
So you didn't even
Oh
get
yeah, he can't because he's doing No More Heroes. Son of a, it'll probably be TSS
then
then.
TSS. There you go.
God damn it, I need more friends. Hey, people in the chat, I need like 2 of y'all.
Yo,
man.
yo, give me your Nintendo IDs
See,
and
let's do this.
passes.
Let's do this right now. If you want to join me, you got 1 minute to be in this raffle. If you want to be in Pokemon Unite, say something.
Okay,
Okay, we got Ty.
Tani says Lol, hell no. Ty says kill me.
All right, yeah.
Hyper says I
I'm
bail.
in a safe
Yeah,
place right
so
now.
far so good.
Depression
You got
says
that
oof.
Yeah, all right.
All right, so great. That minute passed by. It's 12 o'clock, boys.
Right,
What's your night?
yes. We're drafting for Unite members right now.
Oh,
Ty says, Tyrone, I got you.
okay.
All right, we
All
got
right.
Ty. We need a fourth member. Hold on. We're doing a draft right
What about
now.
TSS?
He's a TSS.
Is he going to download the game?
Yeah, I'm pretty confident he would.
Okay, all right, Ty. Congratulations. You've won a special spot to be a temporary member of the PokePod so that you can play Pokemon Unite. So congratulations, Ty. Everybody give it up for him.
Kenshin today near new region near mid. Oh, really now? Okay, so it might be coming sooner than I thought. Oh, interesting.
Is that the Switch?
Yeah, if it comes out to later tomorrow, I might just do it tomorrow, and then I'll just play Unite on Wednesday. But we'll see what
I'm
happens.
sorry, Ty. You've been.
Go back into the backseat, buddy. I took the
I'm
spot.
sorry, Ty. KG destroyed your spot.
Nah, I'm just kidding, though. I don't know when the new
We'll
map is
figure it
supposed to
out.
open up, but we'll talk more about that later.
Don't worry. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, Thursday, we're still going to continue on our Diamond and Pearl rewatch here on our channel, here on KG Prestige. And then on Friday, we have the Journeys reaction as well for that. So, anything else I'm missing off the top of my head? I think that's pretty much it. So, I know we have TSS's Persona stream on Friday. Tyrone, you have your Throwback Thursdays as well.
Throwdown Thursday.
Throwdowns, I'm sorry. It used to be throwbacks, but now it's throwdowns. So yeah, you're obviously going to have that. And yeah, that's pretty much all I got to say for now.
Oh yeah. Also, there's Yu-Gi-Oh TCG news tomorrow, but unfortunately, it's at a time where I'll be still at
Streaming?
work. So
Oh.
yeah, so I'll have to figure. It happens in the morning, so I got to figure it. I'm gonna
so
figure
it's
out how.
basically like Nintendo Directs. Always in the
Yeah, so
morning.
I might have to like watch it afterwards when I come home from work or something.
All right. Well, I know I need to go and head out right now because probably my mother's
Yep.
over there looking for me, probably to talk about the story
Yeah.
of the raccoon. So I'm going to go and talk with her about that.
right.
So with that, I'm going to go and call it a wrap. Everybody here in this chat, thank you guys so much for tuning in through. Make sure to follow me on Twitter as well to be notified whenever we're going to be doing anything here on this channel. So keep an eye on that. Tyrone, make sure to follow him there on his Twitch channel, which you should have had it already thanks to Donnie posting the link earlier ago. Make sure to follow Terrell. Make sure to follow TSS. They'll all be having their individual streams at their own individual times. Make sure to follow them as well to be notified when they indeed will be going live. With that, we're going to call it a wrap for tonight's PokePod session of the week. We hope you guys enjoyed our silly shenanigans and everybody had a good time. Thank you to Tyrone and thank you to Nessa for coming on through. You guys have been a big help with this one as well. And make sure to follow Nessa as well on her social media account at Nessa. Which one is it again? Nessa.
I'm also on Twitter, but
Is it Nessa 4587?
Yeah.
All right, at Nessa 4587 over on Twitter. So make sure to
Or
follow
like,
her. There.
actually, Instagram, but like Twitter's Nani 4587.
Yeah. Oh, Nani 4587.
Yeah,
I was about to say, like, I keep thinking it's the 4587. I always keep getting, but all right. Thank you, everybody, and as always, have an awesome day. And TSS, what would you normally say?
Wash
your fucking hands.
You sound very different this week, buddy. You're just saying, but okay.
Because I'm sick because you didn't wash your fucking hands.
I'm sorry. All right. Night, everybody.
All night.
All right.